Hey everyone, and welcome to my brand new series, Smite Random Builds. What I'll be doing in this new series is get random gods that you guys have requested and build them differently, differently than how they're usually built. What I want to ask from you guys is to comment down below what gods you want to see next and how you want me to build them, alright? But ask for something weird like an assassin tank, alright? See you guys in the vid. Hey everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Smite Random Builds. Oh, sorry about that. In this first episode, I'll be building a jungler Apollo. Apollo is the Greek god of music. He's a ranged physical hunter. He has a lot of mobility, especially with his B to rush in, rush out, his A to stun them, and his X just does a burst of damage, and his Y he gets in a chariot and he rushes in or rushes out. Let's start with the build. First, you're gonna want to build Rhombus Mask. Rhombus Mask is a must-have starter item for junglers. It helps a lot. It gives you a lot of boost in the jungle, especially when you're fighting with somebody else, because it gives you the same amount of gold if you were solo. Second, you're gonna want to build Wrath of Gods. You can deal some damage in the area around you, help those jungles, and you're gonna want to start off with a couple health pots. That's what you're gonna want to start with. The second item of the build, you would say, you're going to want Warrior's Tabby, and the third would be Executioner. Those two are the core items. You're going to have to want to build those. Those are must-haves. And the fourth item is going to be either one of these two, Heartseeker or Hydra's Lament. Heartseeker is for if you're doing good in the game, you know, getting quite a bit of kills, you're clearing those minion waves along the way, passing through jungle to jungle. You're gonna want Heartseeker if you're doing good with Apollo. You know you're doing good with him. You're not gonna fail or anything. You're gonna want that because if you die, it gets halved. The stacks get halved on it. The max stacks is 50 and it gets halved. So let's say you're starting off, you have 10, you die, and you have 5 left. If you aren't doing so hot in the game, or you're just you don't trust yourself that much, you're not that good with Apollo, you don't want to Hydra's Lament. What it does is after you use an ability for a couple seconds, the next basic attack you use, it's gonna pack an extra punch. It's gonna hurt a little bit more, which is gonna help. The other items you're gonna want to build is one of these two lifesteal items, Assy, whatever it's called, or Bloodforge. Bloodforge is if you have extra gold, you're gonna want to buy Bloodforge because, my opinion, it's better because it helps you with a little bit more power. It gives you a little bit more power with those temporary stacks it gives you after hitting an enemy, and it'll basically deal more damage. It has this. If you count down the passives, I think it does the same amount of lifesteal as Assy. It's just that Assy gives that extra attack speed. Next, you're going to want to build Ichaville. It's just for that extra attack speed. It also gives you some power, which is pretty good, but that's basically just for extra attack speed. Then you're going to want to steal your starter for that extra slot, and you're going to either want to build Rage or Deathbringer. One of those two, whichever one you prefer. I would recommend Deathbringer if you bought Assy, and Rage if you bought Bloodforge. Read those passives if you want to know why. Then you'll understand why. You'll get more hits. Then you're gonna want to upgrade your first active, Wrath of the Gods. This is whenever you want to. Whenever you have the extra money, you can either build it to Hog, a Hand of the Gods, or whatever the one they call is, Rage of the Gods. I think. Oh, what's it called again? I don't know what that says. Whatever. Hand of the Gods basically stuns an enemy for 1 second, and the other one, just anything in the jungle under 25% is insta-killed. I could see how that could be useful. You could see how that could be useful, Fire Giant stuff, but I like Fist of the Gods better. Next, you're going to build Achilles Spear. That's basically for when you rush in. Remember, you can build this whenever you want to, whenever you have that extra gold. And it gives you 30%. It gives you a buff in attack speed and lifesteal. They do 30 more damage to you, but it doesn't matter because of the extra lifesteal you want. And then next, onto the abilities. You're going to give a point to each one of your 3 abilities. And add a point to your ultimate whenever you can. And then after that, I would either prioritize B or A or X and B. X and B is if you're more aggressive. B and A is when you rush it and stun and get some extra hits, or stun and run away. B gives you that extra speed boost too, and a debuff to the enemy, which is pretty helpful. And the ultimate, you can ride in a chariot or run out in a chariot. That's basically it for this episode, and see you guys for the next episode.